Welcome back. 5:14 is your time on this Thursday morning, getting closer to the weekend now. Temperatures are in the 70s, 70 in Blue Ridge, 70 in Athens, 67 in Altamont. Highs today are actually going to be in the 80s area wide, so likely our coolest day of the week. 84 in Blue Ridge, 87 in Athens, 81 in Altamont, and 87 degrees here in Chattanooga. Here's a look at your stormy setup. So we're going to have moisture coming in from the Gulf. Now there is going to be the potential for some strong storms off into the Carolinas. For the most part, the severe threat is going to stay to our east, but we do have an active jet stream, which is going to bring a little disturbance in a little bit later this morning. What that's going to do is enhance our rain and storm chances as we get into the late morning and early afternoon. But for now, things are generally quiet. Here's a look coming down the ridge cut. More people starting to move to and fro to get to where they're going this morning. So drive safely as always. And we're already starting to see a little bit of a shower activity developing across North Alabama this morning. Outside of that, it's generally pretty quiet across much of the southeast. We do have some dense fog advisories now in place in those dark gray shades. So I'm talking most of North Alabama, including Jackson and DeKalb counties, and Grundy and Van Buren counties, and much of Middle Tennessee. So if you're traveling to those areas, just keep in mind you're going to run into some pretty thick fog this morning, so remember to use your low beams. And again, there's those storms moving across North Alabama. So for now, we're not seeing any rain in our direct coverage area, but later this morning, that could be a different story. So again, dense fog certainly going to be an issue, Middle Tennessee, North Alabama, but this is also impacting parts of our coverage area. So Altamont, Colmont, Monteagle, really if you're traveling up 24 into Marion County after about South Pittsburgh, that's where you could run into some of that fog. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Here's a severe weather outlook. Light green is non-severe storms. That dark green, better chance of seeing severe weather. So just to our east today. And again, not a lot going on this morning with the exception of a few spotty showers here and there. But by about 11 o'clock into the lunch hour, that's when some of these storms are going to start to fire up west of Chattanooga. Everything's going to be moving west to east today. Coverage is going to be fairly high, especially across North Georgia and Northeast Alabama. And then as we get into the late evening, a lot of these storms are gradually going to start to fade away. And then as we go into your Friday, storm coverage is going to be a little bit lower, but again, it's summertime, still could have a couple of those pop-up showers and storms. So rainfall, highly variable, but certainly could be up to an inch or two in some of those heavier pockets of rain, similar to what we had yesterday evening in places like Athens, Spring City, and Decatur. So there could be some localized flooding in those flood-prone areas, especially where there is poor drainage. So just keep that in the back of your mind as well. Rainfall officially at the Chattanooga Airport hasn't been substantial at all. In fact, we barely had any rain in parts of southern Hamilton County so far this month. Again, that could change later today, but some of you have had several inches already this month. So again, just those hit or miss summertime storms, that's kind of been the pattern. So we'll watch out for the radar and see where those storms start to develop later on. Here's the 7-day forecast. So after today, rain chances do come down a little bit, but still going to be hit or miss throughout the weekend. Temperatures are going to climb right back into the 90s after taking a little bit of a break today. And then next week, much of the same. Highs ranging from the low to mid 90s with those afternoon storm chances sticking around.
All right, 'tis the theme.
Yeah, for probably the next couple weeks. So
thanks, Clay.
At least it's a little bit cooler.
yeah, 80s today, better than mid 90s if you ask me.
I agree.
All right, thanks, Clay.